bad, so let me know. Because you're the best at letting me know that. You can hear it, I can't. So, hi. How does the sound? Am I loud enough for you? Is it coming through okay? How's the sound coming through, you guys? I know. How is the sound coming through, you guys? Is it good? Is it okay? And which one looks better? Tap on my phone and see what you guys are saying because I can't see. What does it sound like? Oh, it sounds perfect. Nice. Good. So let's see. Hi, Shady Lady. Hi, Sanj. Pallavi. Sahu. So the first 3 people here always get a free reading. So we're going to start with those people. Shady Lady, Sanj, and Pallavi. And I'm good. Thank you guys for asking. Tonight, it's going to be really cool because what we're going to do is, for this raffle we have going for a free 30-minute reading, got a lot of people in there already. So what we're going to do is each person who gets a reading tonight, who pays the $6 for any question, will get a double entry into the raffle. So these first 3 people, I'm going to put a single entry for them. Since it's, you know, the first 3 here get the free reading. But anyone who pays the $6 to ask any question will get a double entry into the raffle, okay? So it's super cool. I'm going to be pulling this raffle at the end of the week. Pallavi. Shady Lady. And Sanj. Okay. I'm just going to get you guys in there now since we already know that you guys are going to go first. Okay, so I'm going to put you guys in there now. And thank you guys, whoever's here now, can you just go ahead and like this video? I'd really appreciate that. It really helps the channel out a lot. Sorry I've been away. I've just been kind of getting ready to move. There's been a lot going on, but I have not been doing any tarot, and I did go live the other day, but I wanted to go live again tonight because I miss it. So hi, Rika. Okay, so the first 3, Shady Lady, Will, Nasib, Sagittarius, come back to me. His current thoughts, feelings towards me, no contact. 7 weeks after separation, I am Capricorn. So Capricorn, Sag, really come back to you. What are his current thoughts and feelings? Okay, thank you. So let's see here. Tell me how the Sagittarius person feels in regards to this Capricorn person. Tell me how the Sagittarius person So they look back on everything with disappointment, like something went wrong, and they're just, they're kind of dwelling on it. They're kind of looking at it as if it's just a dread, like there's something that happened that they're looking back on it, and they're thinking like this was just a big disappointment, and this was just a huge, like, letdown. Like they are let down. They don't even see that there's 2 opportunities left for them to like revive this. They just see the 3 cups that are knocked down, and they see that as like, oh, disappointment, and this like something went wrong. This is them looking back on everything that they've created. So I would say that is like reminiscing, looking back on the past. And also they think maybe they moved too quickly, or maybe they think that there was something that, like some action that was taken, that was taken too soon or without much forethought, and it obviously caused some regret here. But now I don't see them really communicating. They're closed off very much in a way that's even almost petty. It's like stubborn. There's no reason for them to be that closed off. Like they are not communicating at all any way whatsoever. And if they are, it's just very cold, distant, and very short. And so I don't really see them reaching out at this time. They look at it as a disappointment. They could also be blaming you for why it's a disappointment. So not taking very much responsibility for anything here. Yeah, he snores like that. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune. So let's see what this is about. Why is the Wheel of Fortune coming out here after we see that there's not likely to be contact? What is the Wheel of Fortune here saying for her? Well, you're going to get what you want out of this, but you're afraid because of the elusiveness, because of the, basically here you see Wheel of Fortune. Something is going to come of this. Something good is going to come of this. Probably very soon. And you're going to get what you want basically out of it. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to get everything you want, like you're going to get this person and the ideal relationship, but what you're going to get is something that you have been wanting. It might not even have anything to do with them specifically. It could just be something else in your life that now you're like, okay, yeah, like this had to happen for a reason, because if it didn't, then I would be stuck here and I wouldn't have had this new opportunity. Whatever it is, it's something that kind of just comes out of the blue, and you're very lucky to get it, the opportunity. And this here is talking about, I know it's something that you want, because this guy has 9 cups filled to the brim, all his. He's not sharing, like he's stoked on that, and he just is like, he is basking in it. He's totally satisfied with that. He's not sharing. It's all for you. And but here it kind of seems like you're not even willing to really accept that is a possibility, or you don't see how that could be a possibility, because right now you're focused mainly on what's going to go wrong. So if something does come in, you're going to be focused on like, okay, I'm going to fuck this up. Like, where is this going to go wrong? This is not going to like really work out the way it's seeming like it's going to. So whatever this is talking about, it's going to be kind of like why this all had to happen in the same way that it is happening. You're going to be like, okay, yeah, I see now like why this had to happen for this opportunity to come. But right now you're like focused on, and when it comes in, you're going to be focused on like, okay, this is going to fuck up, like something's going to be wrong. This is too good to be true. And the moon here does not help, because it pretty much shows a lack of clarity. So anything that you're trying to figure out or understand, it's kind of just not really making sense, and you're kind of like trying to struggle, or you're not trying to struggle, but you're struggling to find some kind of like answer, some kind of like path, or some kind of direction, and you just can't find it because there isn't one. The moon is very much lack of clarity. So if you're wondering how this came about, where it's going, and what you need to know, it's kind of just like elusive at this point. Like it's kind of just like up in the air. And you might be very fearful, you might be very scared and worried that it's not going to work out, because there's no clear direction, there's no clear understanding of where it came from and why it's happening to you. So you're kind of like, this is there's no way, this is too good to be true, so I'm going to fuck this up somehow. You're having very negative thoughts about it even when it comes in. I'm just looking to see if you said anything. couple more. Let's see, anything else coming for her? What does she need to know about this person and maybe the next time they communicate? And is there anything, I always like to ask, is there anything that she can personally do to make the situation better and go to what, you know, the way she wants it to go? Like, we all know the way she wants it to go, and that's to reconcile with the person or have them back in her life. We need to know, is there anything that she can personally do herself, since we only can control what we personally do ourselves? What can she do to make this better for herself or for her highest good, get what she wants out of this? It says you already know. Whenever I get the High Priestess, when I'm reading for a person, I get the High Priestess, it's pretty much telling me, like, that person knows exactly what the fuck you're talking about. They know exactly, like, they understand what you're saying. And here at the bottom, I can't disregard that. Here at the bottom, it shows lack of commitment, lack of follow-through, like lack of, not stability, lack of someone who's going to be there. You know, this person is non-committal. Like, you could get over this person actually, like, if you might be surprised that the person actually did reciprocate what you're actually wanting them to and what you're putting out. If they reciprocated, if they showed that back to you, you might get over it really quick. Like, you might be that kind of insecure attachment or unhealthy, kind of toxic way of relating to people. You know, it's like you want what you can't have or something. But I see somebody's non-committal here. This could be them, the person you're dealing with, the person you're asking about, for sure. But so what that kind of means is that it's not personal and it's just how they are. But basically, I don't really see any communication from them anytime soon. Right now, they're kind of blaming you, looking at it like it's negative and looking at it like it's a big disappointment to them. And it's kind of your fault, right? So even if it's not your fault, I'm not saying it is. I'm saying that's how they're looking at it. So it's a bit immature for sure, you know, unless you really did something horribly wrong and you know it. But I do not see him coming back at this time. What I see, though, is that, you know, you are going to have something else coming in. And you're going to see why this had to happen in the way that it did. And it's going to make sense. But at the same time, you're going to... I shouldn't have said it's going to make sense, because it's not going to make sense, actually. With the moon there, remember? It's not going to make sense. You're going to be kind of confused about it, but it's going to be something that's, you know, it's the Wheel of Fortune. So if you use it to your advantage and you work hard and try to actually just go for it, then it can work for you. But if you just expect it to come and by just sitting there, then it's not going to happen like that. You know, it can't really work with you if you're not willing to work with it. So whenever this opportunity comes in, it's going to be something that's really good for you, and you're just going to have to take it when you see it, you know, strike while the iron's hot, and try not to think of it in a negative way, because it really isn't negative at all. It's just not exactly what you were expecting, but it is something that is good for you. So hopefully you can just look at it as that when it comes. Okay. And then we have Sanch, and then Palapi. General reading, please, for the next 7 days, Sanch. Okay. I think I've already established who the first, third, or the first, second, and third people are. So, sorry about that. Okay. Please like this video, you guys, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Alright, so first of all, okay, we do have big transformations coming in for you. The next 7 days should be pretty heavy, actually. It has something to do with disappointment, your stability, your foundation, your environment, your stability and security, your money, possibly. Hang on to your money. That's going to be important, because right now, yep, even with the moon here, it's like things are not clear. Maybe you lost a job, or you lost some kind of income, or you lost some kind of way to make money, so now you're kind of not really sure exactly how you're going to be making ends meet, or you're not sure how you're going to pay a certain bill, or commit to a certain obligation that is going to cost money that you don't have right now, or something to that effect. You know, maybe you just can't make it, you can't be there. But there is something that happened to where you're disappointed by it, and it's something that's kind of holding you back, you know. You're crying over spilt milk here. You don't see these two opportunities right here that are still there for you to take advantage of. You can take these and you can do the same thing you did, and you can get the same result. You know, easy. Definitely you could do that. but then you'd end up like this. So what you should do is you should take these 2 cups, go over this bridge back here, and then see this castle right here. That's new. That's a new place you've never been. It's uncharted territory. So you got to get in there and see what's inside and make something for yourself. You know, don't just dwell on the past because it's not going to help you. And hang on to your money too. It's going to be really important the next 7 days because some big disaster is going to happen. Not necessarily like this exactly. That looks really bad. But what it really means is that there's going to be big changes, like in every part of your life. You don't really have a choice either. So try not to resist these changes though, because if you do, it's going to be much harder to deal with it. I mean, it's going to happen. There's nothing you can really do about that. So you probably already feel things kind of changing in your life, and you're probably trying to resist some of those changes unless you're really good with change, which most people aren't. But you might be, and that would be actually better for you if you were. It's not something that's completely negative. It's actually for your highest good. So hopefully you can just not resist the change that's going to happen. Just try to roll with it. Try to just, you know, let it happen. And the moon here, though, makes it harder because it kind of seems like you're not really sure. You're very confused as to why this is all happening. Maybe feeling a little bit sorry for yourself, which I'm not judging. I'm just saying that's kind of like the energy I'm getting with that because it's like a very sad and confusing thing. You're just kind of like lost. And so here, it will take some time, but you will end up getting what you want in the end, like as a result of all of this. So I would say this tower is going to be hard for you, but it's going to be better on the other side of it. So just try to push through it. Really all the tower means is that you're going to have big changes and transformations. So it's going to be a life-changing thing. It's going to be a big shift in your life the next 7 days. Funny you'd ask about your next 7 days because, yeah, it seems like there's a lot going on there. It's been a long time coming, though, you know, with this 7 of Pentacles. It's been a long time coming, and, you know, you've been very patient. You've been watching things happen, things change around you, and now it's your turn to make some changes. But it's going to be for the best for you. You know, you're going to get what you want out of it in the end, for the most part. And be careful what you wish for, though, because it's kind of like you might not really want what you actually are wishing for. You might actually get it, and then you're going to be like, I didn't even want this. You know, this is kind of like not at all what I was hoping for or wanting. So that's kind of what we have here with the 9 of Cups and the Genie. He's kind of, you know, be careful what you wish for there because you might actually just get it and you don't really like the way that it looks once you have it, you know? It's kind of like what we were saying before. You want what you can't have, right? And once you have it, it's kind of like, that doesn't really look too great anymore. So, going for your tower moment, yes. And let's see what else. Okay, the cards are asking you to take responsibility for something. There is something that you need to own up to, or if not that, then you just need to face within yourself. You may not need to admit it to anyone else, but you need to admit it to yourself because that's only going to help you later on. And the Empress is a beautiful card to get. Be careful with pregnancy, of course, but it does also mean if that's not possible for you, then that means that there is a new beginning on the horizon, so that's awesome. It's a very beautiful new beginning with a lot of potential. The birth of something beautiful and great. So try to go towards that. But one of the things here that I want to note as well is that you can't really have this new beginning. Like, there's a reason these cards come out in the way that they do. This one came out first, okay? It wasn't this one first. It wasn't the Empress first. It was the Queen of Swords first. And the reason the Queen of Swords came out first is because in order to have this new beautiful beginning and with a lot of potential, you really do need to, like, face something within yourself and within your situation that you are kind of in denial of right now, or it's just hard for you to admit. But you don't have to admit it to anyone else. Just admit it to yourself, face it, accept it, and be able to move forward onto this new beginning. Okay, that's what you want after the Tower. That would be a really great opportunity for you to just try to, you know, accept everything as it is and just kind of move forward. As hard as that can be, that's what it's asking you to do. So, Pallavi, are you around still? Please post your question again, hon. What's coming next in love for me? I'm single. Okay, gotcha. Next in love. Who's going to be next? Who's going to be the next question? It's only $6 a question. Ask me anything. We'll do this right now. And you get a double entry into this raffle here that gets you a 30-minute reading for free. Gonna pull at the end of the weekend. Mean it this time. be here on Sunday. Alright, so let's see. Pallavi, you're single, and what's coming next in love for you? Oh, nice. Be careful with pregnancy again. Unless that's something that you really want, then congratulations. But be careful with it. It's a very serious thing, and that's what you have here with the Empress. If that's not at all possible for you, and you know that, then this just means a new beginning. So there could be a new person coming around for you, coming into your life. Let's see. Regarding love, what do we see for Pallavi coming in next? She's single currently. We need to know what's coming in next for her in her love life. Ooh, doesn't that tie in very well? Yeah, so the Page of Wands represents action without forethought. So you are doing something impulsively, kind of not thinking it through at all, just kind of like going for it because it's just at the moment you just want to, but it could end up in pregnancy. It could end up in something, or it's either pregnancy or it's this new beginning leads you to doing something impulsive. And usually when we do things that are impulsive, we have regrets after that. And not everyone's that way, maybe you're not that way, but a lot of times when I see that card, it kind of tells me, slow down. Slow down, think it through, do not just act without thinking. You will probably regret it, okay? So let's see what else. What is this regarding love? Okay. You think somebody's against you. You think somebody is not in your best interest. Like you think somebody's trying to control you or ruin your plans, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. You think a person is trying to come and give you bad advice or lead you in the wrong direction, and it probably isn't the case actually in that way that you're seeing it, because the Seven of Wands is a card that represents defensiveness, but you are on top of this hill here, and these are all your wands because you're throwing them down at this person or these people or the situation, whatever it is. But you're okay. You're still on top. You're still on this hill. No one can take you down. But you are over exaggerating a bit. I think it's kind of probably the case of someone disagreeing with you, someone not really agreeing with whatever it is that you are trying to make a point of, and them not agreeing with you is taken by you as being against you. But I don't think that's the case. Usually with the Seven of Wands, it's not really the case that somebody's against you. It's just that they're disagreeing with you. It doesn't mean that they're against you. So try not to take that personally when somebody is not agreeing with what you are trying to do for yourself. It really doesn't matter that much. It's your life anyway, so fuck them. But yeah, so you think somebody's trying to lead you in the wrong direction or kind of like be discouraging because they're just jealous. Like you think somebody's just purposely trying to bring you down or be against you just because you have an idea or because you're doing well, you're going in a good direction. So you could end up thinking that this person is really not good for you at all. You end up thinking this person's really just jealous of me, or this person's really just kind of like trying to control me, or they don't want me to do well. I don't think that's exactly the case. You're still coming out here as the Queen of Pentacles, which is good because that represents you are coming through as a stable person who can take care of yourself. She looks a little sad, but she's got her shit together and she can take care of herself. So really, she's not that sad. She's got her shit together and she's good. So don't worry, because I don't think you're going to let this whole situation bring you down. I feel like it's kind of all in your head anyway. Like you think the person's against you, like I said, but they're really not in the way that you're seeing it. So it should be fine. Like no one's really out to get you or anything, but you may perceive it that way. But it looks like you're not going to let that affect you. You're still going to come out as the Queen of Pentacles, which is a structured individual who can take care of herself, has her shit together, doesn't need anyone. She's got her pentacle and she's good. A little lonely, maybe a little lack of a social life. So this person, let's see what happens with them. Like, are you going to push them away? Like, what's happening? Like, we see you coming out all right, but what's happening with this other person that comes through? And also I want to know what the Page of Wands is about. We see this person could offer you some kind of stability. Maybe this person offers you a job or offers you an opportunity, some resources they get you so that you can get a different job, or something to where you are making money, or there's some kind of stability they're providing. There's some kind of they're trying to help you out. They're trying to actually guide you in the right direction. That's going to be helpful towards you. So maybe you're having a change of heart. You're seeing now that they're trying to be nice and considerate. You're seeing now that they're not this bad person you thought they were. So what's going to happen? You are doing all the work, though. It's one-sided here. And it's asking you to take action. Okay. So maybe you weren't far off, because here, either you are fucking paranoid as hell, or you were right. Because here we do have the Ten of Wands. So it's almost like they bring this into your life. They give you this opportunity, or they help you out in this way. They lead you to, you know, more stability in some way. They help you to find some kind of resources or whatever the situation is. But still we see you here kind of carrying all the weight. So it's one-sided. It's like they're not pulling their weight. Maybe they're just all talk. They're trying to seem like they're all great, but, you know, you're the one still ending up doing all the work. So here we have, you know, an ace here saying to take action. Take action. You'll have the perfect opportunity to take action as well. You can miss that opportunity, though, because you are human and we have free will, and we're not going to just do everything the cards say. So it's like you're going to have to see it when it's there, and you're going to have to go for it. Because the risk is that you're going to end up feeling like your hands are tied and that you're stuck in a situation that you don't want to be in. But here's the thing about the Eight of Swords. She's got a blindfold on. She's got her hands tied. She's got these swords standing up around her. Looks pretty scary, except there's one thing that she doesn't realize, and that is that her ankles are not tied. So what that means is, you know, if she took the blindfold off, she'd look around, she'd see these swords around her, really just standing there. They're not stopping her, they're not preventing her, they're not in the way. Like, she could literally just walk away at any time, and she doesn't know that, but it's still the case. So for you, when you start to feel like your hands are tied and that you don't have any choice in the matter and that you cannot escape and that you are just stuck somewhere, just remember that it's all in your head and you literally can just walk away at any time. Like, just keep telling yourself, I can just walk away. I can just walk away at any time. I literally can just get out of this. I can just go. I can just leave. That's all you need to remember. So you don't get stuck there. You know, don't tell yourself that you're stuck. You're not. It really is all in your head. It's really up to you to just walk away at any time. You know, it might be hard. Not saying it's going to be easy, but you can do it. It's not like you literally are stuck. The swords are mental energy, so really it's just in your head. It's in your mind. It's your thoughts. It's not really the case. It's not wands here. So there you go, Pallavi. I do not see you getting into a stable relationship. No. That right there, that reading did not seem like it would be a, well, I wouldn't call it a stable relationship. I would call it you have some kind of trust issues, or this person really is not in your best interest, you know, whichever it is. Either way, you're going to end up feeling like your hands are tied, so it's best to take action, you know, when you see that opportunity there. Because if you don't, you could end up feeling very stuck. But just remember, if you do end up feeling stuck, just keep telling yourself you're not, because you really aren't. It's really just in your mind. I feel like this has a lot to do with your own issues, like, no offense to you. But since it keeps coming out, like, it's in your mind, it's in your thoughts, and you're thinking somebody's against you, you're thinking this person doesn't have your best interest, and then they give something to you and they try, and then it, like, then you're still doing all the work, though. So, I mean, it can go a number of ways in that situation, but basically the advice I can give you is when you start to feel stuck, just remember you can leave at any time, and that is up to you to do that, you know? That is up to you to make that happen. No one can do it for you. You're going to have to make that move on your own. But no, I don't see it being stable as of yet, just because of all of these issues associated. No problem. And thanks for being the third person here. Okay, so let's see. Any takers? Anybody want one? Anyone have a question, a burning question? It's pretty late, but we can do this now. You'll get a double entry into the raffle, and we will answer your question for you using the Giant Rider-Waite Tarot right here. This is the Giant Rider-Waite, my favorite deck, because it has pretty pictures that are huge, and I can explain everything really easily to you, what they all mean and what the symbols are for. So you guys, can you like this video if you haven't yet? I'd really appreciate that. If you're here now, you haven't liked yet, go ahead and do that really quick for me. Also, for those of you who don't know already, there is a raffle going on here. And it's for a free 30-minute reading. We'll do it over like FaceTime or like Google Duo, whatever you want to, whatever you use, we can make it work. And basically, it's free 30 minutes. You can ask me anything you want within the 30 minutes. And they're really fun, actually. I've done them once before. I've done one other reading with Trishna. I don't know if you guys know Trishna, but she'll be on here every now and then. And we kind of went over the 30 minutes because it was just so fun. Like, we just got very into it. It was very intriguing to just go further, you know what I mean? It's like we couldn't stop at 30 minutes. We were just like very clicked. We connected very well and we clicked very well, and it was just, it just flew into that. It just flowed into that. So, yeah, everyone who gets a reading tonight will get a double entry into the raffle. So that's double the chances of winning. And I'm going to be polling on Sunday. So keep that in mind and stay tuned. Be here on Sunday for the big raffle winner poll, because it's been a long time that we've been doing this raffle. It's been months that we've been doing this raffle. And I'm ready to pull. I'm ready to pull the winner. So if you want in on it, let's do it. I'm actually just going to pull until we get a reading. I'm going to do all the zodiac signs. Okay, so if I don't get to yours and we get interrupted by a reading, that's okay. We'll come back. So of course we're going to start with. Well, should we start with Aries? I don't know. Sometimes I like to switch it up. Well, let's just go ahead and start with Aries since they're first. Let's see what's happening in February. Then we'll go to Taurus, and we'll go to Gemini. First, we're starting with Aries, fire, ruled by Mars, rules the first house. How fitting, King of Wands. So for you Aries people in February, we see King of Wands, which means very passionate and ambitious person energy. Doesn't have to mean that you're a fire sign, but Aries is fire. And you could be involved with a fire sign person. Maybe this is them, but I feel like this is more your energy, really going towards something in February. So let's see where this is going. Ace of Cups, talking about an opportunity for a lot of affection, maybe a love situation, maybe inspiration, but you're happy. It's a cup that's overflowing, and cups are emotional, so that's a good thing. Also, we do see it's one-sided, though. There is somebody who's not pulling their weight, not putting in effort, not really meeting you halfway. Like, somebody is doing all of the work here. And then we do see the non-committal player card of the tarot, which is the Knight of Wands. So yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about here. Somebody is doing most of the work, somebody else isn't, and that person's probably the one who is running away here. This person, the Knight of Wands is very passionate, but it's also very non-committal. It just does not stick around. It gets bored very easily, and it's on to the next. One night it's very passionate. You think they're there, they're feeling you, and then boom, they're gone. So, that's what we're dealing with here. So somebody thinks it's love or it's very happy. It's a very happy moment, but then it's over and done. So that's for Aries for February. So be careful with that, Aries. I don't know if that's you or the person you're dealing with, but be careful. Okay, so now we're going on to Taurus. And I just have to note this last card that flew out, this person is going to be leaving. Even if a bit reluctantly, they still have to do it. You know, they might not want to really, but they know it's what they have to do for whatever reason. So yeah, that person's going to end up leaving. Somebody's going to end up hurt because that Ace of Cups there, somebody thought it was actual feelings and it wasn't. Or it might have been, but they moved on quickly. On to the next. So with that Knight of Wands there. So Taurus for February. What is happening for Taurus in February? Okay, you might be getting somebody pregnant or you might become pregnant. If that's not even possible for you, then this is just talking about a new beautiful beginning. A new opportunity, the birth of something. Could be anything. Could even be a kid. But could be somebody around you who's getting pregnant, somebody very close to you. But more than likely it would be you or the person you're dealing with. But if that's not possible, it could just be talking about basically a new beginning. So let's see what else. Taurus in February. Taurus in February. Okay. Time to take responsibility for something here because somebody is kind of trying to not do that, and it is not wise when there's pregnancy involved. Also, when there's this new beginning, there's something that you're responsible for that somebody's, you know, you see how her hand's out? Her hand is out, and she's like, come on, like, what's up? Like, confess, or stand up, you know, like, come forward and claim your role in this, your part in this, you know, own up. So it's asking you to do that. Judgment. Okay. Okay. So there has been a lot of waiting for you. There's been a lot of time that you've had to be patient. Something's ending. Something's changing drastically to where, and it probably has something to do with this new beginning. Like, this new beginning could be the change in and of itself, or it could be that this new beginning is going to end soon, right after it starts. We'll look into it further in a second, but judgment is upon you. Remember how I said you're going to have to take responsibility for something. Either something happened to where this new beginning, you know, was created, and who knows if it's good or bad, but it could also be a pregnancy, and if that is the case, then you need to take responsibility for your part in this. So you know your life better than I do. You know what that means better than I do, but there is some kind of a new beginning or a pregnancy that's happening, and you need to take responsibility for it, and you're being judged. So you're going to be expected to do that. And if you don't, you're going to be judged even worse, you know. So somebody is like calling for you to stand up and own what you've done and how you've contributed to the situation. And then we see the Death card. Scorpio, could be a Scorpio person you're involved with. Also, it's talking about drastic change or ending. So because of this, don't know if that exactly means you're going to take responsibility or not, and that's why it's changing. But something is changing or ending. But at the end of it all, we do see Ten of Pentacles, which is stability, money, overall a good situation for you. It's taken a long time. You've had to be very patient. So for some of you Tauruses, this is really going to end up being better for you, even if it's ending. Like, this new beautiful beginning is ending just as soon as it started, but it's really better for you. It was kind of just a hiccup or a bump in the road for some of you, and for some of you, it's really kind of about, you know, something else ended and now this new beginning's happening. And there's big changes because of that. And this is like something you're not used to, but at the end of it, you still see this Ten of Pentacles here, which kind of means everything comes together in a way, is what I feel, you know? And you've still had to do a lot of waiting to get to this point, though, so it kind of probably seems like you deserve it by now, or it's been a long time coming. Like, there's been a lot riding on this, and you just are ready to kind of accept these rewards. So you might feel like, okay, yeah, I'm about ready to just accept this, like, good, this is what I need right now, and this is what I've been waiting for. You know, you've been waiting a long time, being very patient, so hopefully you own up to whatever it is and just make it easier for yourself, because people are judging you. It looks like there is some kind of a pattern that you are, like, participating in, or you know, this is a pattern for you. This is not something new, and there's a cycle that needs to change. It's kind of like the same thing is happening to you over and over and over. and you're not sure why, or maybe you're very aware of it, but really the main point is that there needs to be a change that happens, because here you're just going to keep going around and doing the same thing. Even if this is money, or this is stability, or this is all the way around 10 of Pentacles, like kind of the best you can get out of the Pentacles, because it's a full pentacle, like it's 10. It's still something that there's something about it that needs to change, like not in and of itself the money situation, but there's something about this cycle that you're going through, that you're participating in, that's really not good for you, and that's causing you to kind of end up in the same place later on. So if that means like you always end up with no money, and then you end up with money again, then you're going to end up with no money again, and then money again, and it's just going to keep going back and forth, because you're not changing anything about the cycle, about the way you're dealing with your life. So maybe it's good that these changes are happening, you know, because something's got to give, you know, and you got to make some changes. It is up to you, though, to make those changes. So let's go to Gemini. Gemini, we got quite a few things coming out here. We have Cancer, Aries, New Love, Aquarius, Gemini. There is a new love here, a love offer. Could be giving it to somebody, it could be you receiving it. But something's telling you to move forward with this, and you're very responsible at this time. Like, there's a big responsibility on your shoulders, and you're taking that. You know, you're working very hard. This is a new thing. It could be like an apprenticeship or something where you're working under somebody, learning a lot about whatever it is you're doing. It could be like a new hobby that you're just very much into. You could meet somebody while you're doing this work. Like, you're very responsible at this time. You're kind of like going forward. You're very ambitious. You're going toward what you want to go toward, and you're kind of like chasing. You're focused. You're very focused. And here we have you working very hard, fingers to the bone, like not even looking up to do anything else. It's like all you want to do. So it's something you're very interested in too. It's not just like a job, but and it is something that could be like almost like a dream for you. Like maybe this Page of Cups is actually not about love, and it's actually about being offered your dream job or your dream kind of career. But I do feel like there is a lover involved, because then we do see the lovers here, which could just represent you because you're a Gemini. But to me, it feels like there is love in the situation. But let's see if I'm wrong about that. Let's see if we can confirm, is there a relationship here? Because it could also just be talking about, you know, you very passionate about this situation, about this job, this career, this work that you've been doing nonstop. There's a deliberate decision you'll need to make, and then you'll be proud of yourself for doing that. I feel like this is a workplace situation, because there's somebody in the workplace here that is jealous of you, and it could get nasty. You know, this person's kind of like a bully. They do not want to see other people do well. They're kind of like they're a sore loser, you know? You could have been in competition for a certain position, or it could have been just that somebody sees you doing very well and they want to take that from you. So be careful. I don't think it is about love. I think it's just about work here. But you are going to get something. Like, you deserve it, though. I mean, you've been very responsible. You've been very focused and going towards, you know, the right path that you need to be on in order to achieve this. And you've been working endlessly at this. And it's something that you really love doing. Oops. So it really doesn't even feel like work. It doesn't feel like a job. So that's what makes it easier for you. But I do feel like it's something that you've been dreaming about, or it's some kind of aspiration that you've had for a long time. It's just like you're getting everything that you want, but it's not just because you're getting it because, you know, you're lucky. It's because you've been working so hard, and you deserve it. So that's a good thing. That's great. That's awesome. You will have to make a deliberate decision at some point. So there will be a moment in time when you had to think very hard about something, like contemplate and go back and forth and really kind of spend a lot of time just deciding what you're going to do. And then there will be the time and place for you to actually do it and make that and take that action, and not just sit there and think anymore. Like, thinking time's over. You've done enough. Time to take action. Somebody doesn't like it because you're actually getting a lot of rewards. You're doing very well. You're getting a higher position, and somebody's very upset about that. So be careful of that. But good for you. Gemini, Cancer. I'm doing Cancer now. Doing Cancer now for the month of February. Cancer now for the month of February. Cancer for the month of February. There is a situation where you feel like your hands are tied. You felt like this for a long time, and you felt like you've been kind of waiting there and just kind of like accepting it and hoping for it to change. Like you're not really taking action, you're kind of just sitting there observing and waiting for something to come together or change. You feel like you are in a place that you're stuck, like you cannot get out of it, but really it's in your head. Remember what I was saying earlier, you can walk away at any time because your ankles are not tied up. You have a blindfold on and you have your hands tied, but you can't see that these swords around you are just standing there. They're not going to stop you, and your ankles aren't tied, so you can literally just kind of like walk away. But these are mental, swords are mental, so you think that you're stuck, but you're not really stuck. You think you are, but that's not really the case. And here it's, you know, you've been doing this for a while, like, aren't you tired of it? Aren't you just sick of it already? Like, you've just been observing and just hoping that something would change, hoping that someone would come and release you, hoping that someone would kind of, you know, give you permission that you can leave now, or you can just do what you want to do. But really, you can do what you want to do anyway. You know, you just don't see it that way right now, but that's just all in your head. You're keeping yourself stuck here because you're choosing to feel helpless. And I know it's not something that you think you're choosing. It feels that way. It feels helpless, but that's what I'm telling you now. You can literally walk away at any time. And when I say that, you know it's true. You know you can. You just don't want to because you want something to change. So you're going to wait longer for it to change, but it's not going to change. You're just going to keep feeling stuck because you're putting yourself in a position that you can get out of. You might not want to, but you really don't want to feel stuck either. So you're just going to have to decide which one you want more. So let's see what else for February for Cancer. Pregnancy again, or a new beautiful beginning. What is this associated with? What is this new beginning associated with? What is the birth of what? The birth of what is happening here for Cancer in February? Ooh, a connection. Somebody that you see eye to eye with, someone that you meet, somebody that you might already know, but it's just basically you meet this person and things click. It could be a pregnancy, but it could also just mean that you are falling in love with somebody and you feel like they're on the same page as you, they want the same things as you, you guys are on the same level, like there's respect, there's no power struggles, there's no, you know, controlling, you guys are on the same level, and you can see, like, like you're on the same level, you could see eye to eye, you know, nothing is off, nothing is unhealthy about it, it's just you guys are on the same page, you want the same things, you have the same likes, dislikes, beliefs, values, goals, hopes, dreams, you know, not exactly exact, but, you know, it's you're on the same page here, and everything's going really well with that. You feel like you guys want the same things. You're going to go towards the same things, and everything should work out. And we have Aries. So it could be an Aries person you're dealing with here. Could be an Aries person you're dealing with here, because we have the Emperor. And let's see what else. It also could be representing like you being very responsible, or the person you're with being very responsible. What is the Emperor doing here? Okay. Interesting, that took a turn. So regarding the Emperor here, Aries, we have you up at night stressing on something, but you do also have a lot of support on your side. Like you're not alone, even if you feel like you are. Maybe it's because the Aries or something and you are not getting along, but just know that you do have other people that have your back. Like all of these people around you cheering you on, they want you to be happy and they want you to do what you need to do for yourself and have a good life. So even though you feel like this, it's kind of, you know, you're kind of doing it to yourself, I feel like, you know. Maybe your responsibility is too much. There's responsibility that's too much for some reason. You're feeling very insecure and you're stressing on yourself. You're feeling like you're not good enough. You're telling yourself all these horrible things about yourself that are not true, but you're telling yourself these things. You're just bad self-talk here. And then here we have, you know, someone's getting a lot of attention, someone's getting a lot of praise, and there's also clash of values. So it seems like this Two of Cups kind of ends pretty quickly. Let's see what happened here. What is this Two of Cups? Why did we end with this regarding after the Two of Cups? Like, what happened? Okay, well, interesting. So we see a commitment here, interestingly enough. I feel like there could be more than one person involved in this, just because we're seeing on the one hand, there's like things that are happening that are kind of, the Two of Cups is happening, and then it's kind of taking a turn for the worse and not ending well. But then on the other side of that, the reason that it's not ending well here with this Two of Cups is because of this, which represents actually commitment and a love offer. So I feel like this could be a different person involved in the situation for some reason, and maybe that's why this fizzled out. And also this card represents Taurus. There could be a Taurus person involved in the mix, in the situation, who is offering you a connection here with the Knight of Cups, and maybe that's why this whole other thing fizzled out. But I don't think it fizzles out and just is over and you're happy as hell with this other person and just screw this other situation. It kind of causes arguments and, it causes some kind of tension between you and the other person, so it's not easy, but on the other side of that, you do have somebody else who's better, who really wants to be with you, who it looks like it could actually be a good situation. It looks like it's a commitment instead of like not that, so that's a good thing. But it looks like somebody offers you a commitment and then you take it and it kind of ruins what you had with the other person, and then you and that other person do not really get along very well after that. So let's go for Leo. You guys, I'm doing $6 questions tonight. So let's go for Leo. What's happening in February for Leo? What's happening in February for Leo? Leo in February. Sag came out, Sagittarius. Also peace and harmony. So everything, harmony is being restored, balance is being restored. You're just trying to keep the peace here, Leo, in February. Wheel of Fortune. So there was a lot of disappointment recently, but it looks like that's going to turn around because you're trying to do the right thing, keep the peace and keep the harmony. So you're not trying to, be all caught up in the drama. You're trying to like just kind of play it cool and be in like everything on an even keel and just kind of like be nice to everyone involved or whatever the situation is. You're trying to just be, not cause trouble anymore or cause it to get worse. And that's actually going to work for you. There was a lot of disappointment associated with whatever this was. And, you felt like all hope was lost, really. You're not even seeing these two other opportunities here. But it looks like you kind of intuitively already took that path of one of the opportunities that would have helped you, which was to keep the peace and just play it cool. Because there's a lot of tension right now involved in, I feel like maybe your household, it's like either roommates or like your workplace or something where there's a group of people that have to be around each other, and it's just causing a lot of tension that is very uncomfortable. Because people you have to be around, it sucks when there's tension like that because you can't really leave. You have to make it work somehow. So you're taking the higher road and you're trying to be peaceful, and it's actually working. Because this was so disappointing and people are still a little fed up by it. Not everyone is ready to accept the harmony and to just be okay with it, but if you just stay on that road, I feel like that's a good, way to go. So Leo here, what else do we have? We do see, the Wheel of Fortune after that. So I feel like that was a good move for you. You're working very hard, not really doing anything else, staying honest, but for some reason, something out of the blue kind of, you're staying honest, very impersonal, just kind of cold and factual, but you're honest, straightforward. There's nothing about you that's being shady or like sneaky. You're not lying. You're just being very straightforward, and that's a good thing. You're also just focused on what you're focused on right now. You're not focused on really anyone else. You're focused on your work and whatever you're interested in and staying honest. But for some reason, you're up at night and there's stress, and then out of the blue, something occurs. Oh, so that's good. So, okay, here's what happens. In this situation, it seems like out of the blue, out of nowhere, like there's stress still. And out of the blue, out of nowhere, justice. So someone either gets in trouble, gets what they deserve, gets karma, or for some reason, balance is restored, like some, fairness. People all of a sudden just snap out of it, and kind of like everything starts to be good again. People start to be nice again, and people start to just be balanced again, and everything starts to kind of work itself out after a long period of just stress and tension with the people you're around. And here we have fear, because somebody was hurt by this, and they're kind of afraid that it's going to happen again. They're sure of it. They're like, it's going to happen again. I'm not even going to ask if it will. It will. I just need to know when. I need to be prepared. So some people are really not ready to put their guard down, even if they're going to be nice again, or try to like put away the tension and the drama. There's still somebody who's like nervous about that, and they're really not trusting it yet. So there could be some more tension associated with that still. It's very exhausting to keep that kind of a high alert all the time. We do have the Ace of Cups. So at the end of it all, for some reason, there is an opportunity here. It can be missed because we do have free will as human beings, but if you strike while the iron's hot, you could actually use this to your advantage. And what it means is basically everyone just being kind of, it's an overflowing cup. So cups are emotions, and what that means is basically the emotional aspect of the situation could be a good thing. It could actually turn out well. You guys have to work together, and it could actually be a very happy thing for everybody. Like, everyone could just forgive and forget. Whatever this fucking situation was, it was a big upset to so many people. And it's just hard for everybody to kind of like get back on track with that. Like, not everyone wants to just trust it. Not everyone wants to just kind of be okay with it and forget. People are still feeling vulnerable. People are still feeling like other people involved in the situation are not being genuine and things like that. So there is an opportunity to make this right, and hopefully everyone will be willing to do their part to accept that, and make the tension kind of just fizzle out, so that everyone can enjoy that full cup of overflowing cup of water, and just be happy, and just everything, balance can be restored, and everyone can be besties again. But right now it seems like that's going to be kind of a risky thing. Like, not everyone's going to just be willing to do that. But it can happen. Aces are opportunities, so you'll have an opportunity to do it. It really does take everyone's effort, though. It could really actually work out for the best. Maybe you guys will become even closer than you ever were, but it really will take everybody's involvement in that. So I don't think everyone's ready to just go ahead and do that and take that risk again. Some people do not trust other people that are involved in the situation. So it may be difficult to make that happen, but you're doing what you can, and I feel like that's really the best you can do right now. Virgo. Let's go to Virgo. Let's go to Virgo for February 2022. Virgo. There's something that you are like indecisive about. You're weighing your options. Like, you have different options. One of these options is probably pretty close in similarity to the other, so it's really kind of difficult to choose between one, because you can't have both. So you kind of have to choose between something, and you're trying to do that. You're juggling. It could have something to do with a new work opportunity, or a new project, a new idea, having to do with money, or having to do with stability, having to do with security, something like that, to where it's an actual material item. So you have to weigh your options here. You could think people are against you. You're very disappointed because you're doing all of the work. Like, you're pulling your own weight here, and you feel like there's other people that could pull their own weight that would make it easier. There could be a pregnancy or a new beginning here. So you're kind of pushing people away, and you're very disappointed by something that's happened in the past. And at the same time, you're feeling like you're the one who's only putting an effort into something. And this is going to come with a lot of stress. Something that you're looking at that is either too good to be true, or there's something about it that you are not seeing clearly. Like, there's good and bad to the situation, but you're choosing to just see the good. You're choosing to look at it with rose-colored glasses, and you're choosing to dismiss everything bad that you see, and that's going to lead to disappointment. You see, you're up at night stressing. You're telling yourself, negative self-talk. You feel like you're on your own doing this, and you feel like you're just not good enough for some reason. So let's see what else here. Virgo for the month of February? What does Virgo need to know for the month of February? Ten of Cups, so that's good. There's going to be happiness in some way here. Like a very strong level of happiness. So let's see what this is regarding. I can't disregard that. This has to do with there's something missing emotionally within you. Like you feel like there's something that you just don't have, or there's a void in you, and this card is asking you to go and find out what that is. Like go and find yourself. Go and find what it is that's missing. Go and find what you need to find to feel better, because once you do that, that's how the Ten of Cups comes. I feel like that's what, I mean, the Ten of Cups came first, but I feel like it's associated with this Eight of Cups you're talking about. You need to find something that's missing. It doesn't really matter what other people think about it, and it doesn't really matter what they say or what they think you should do. Like, it really only matters what makes you happy at this point. Like, not like you have to be mean to people or screw people over, but you need to find what's missing inside of you, because if you don't, then it's like, good luck finding your happiness. So this is going to be like a self journey, you know, a solo journey, you know. You're going to have to do this on your own. And you're afraid of that. You're afraid something's going to go wrong, but the Strength card is here, Leo. But also the Strength card is here to tell you that you are stronger than you think you are, and you need to just push through and fight whatever this is that you're allowing to try and get you down. I feel like it's your own emotions, your mental health, your emotional health right now is just not good. And you're going to be looking back on this like you're proud of yourself that you did this. So be patient, and also don't make decisions hastily. Like, really think things through and really be there for yourself. Self-care, therapy, whatever it is you need to kind of focus on whatever it is inside that's missing, so you don't make bad decisions based on that, and that you can end out okay and get what you want in the end. Okay, Virgo. So Libra for February. Libra for February. Libra for February. Ten of Pentacles, so money's coming in. And you're going towards something. Towards a person that's very caring towards you. It could be a person that's trying to help you out. It's like you're going towards, either you're nurturing towards someone or someone's nurturing towards you. Like very protective and very just there for you in a way that you did not expect, or in a way that you really needed right now. It kind of balances the scales. It kind of brings you balance, and it brings you back to a place of fairness and peace, and things are back to where you feel safe and secure. It could have to do with a lot of money coming in. There's judgment though, because the devil's here. So maybe this money, because this the judgment card is here, and then the devil card showing, you know, this judgment is being placed upon you because there's something that's not good about the situation. There's something toxic, there's something negative, there's something maybe even evil, there's something that's just bad about the situation. And the situation having to do with money, I was thinking. And then the Ace of Pentacles came out. So there's an opportunity for you to make more money and have more stability, and I feel like there's an opportunity for you to do it the right way, instead of like the illegal way, or whatever this way of this, you know, big sum of money that's coming into you. There's something about it that's not either legal, or there's something about it that's not like right morally, or there's something that's like you're cheating or you're stealing or something, or maybe somebody is stealing and they're giving it to you. But either way, there's something bad about it or it's going to lead to no good for some reason. Like, it's not like somebody's promising something, but really they're going to be expecting other things, and it's not going to be something you want to do. Like, there's something very evil and negative about that whole Ten of Pentacles there. But then we see there's an opportunity for you to kind of do something different that will get you money as well and stability. But it's really up to you to like choose the right option. But the other option is going to look enticing because there's a lot more money associated with that option. And then to do the right thing, there's not as much money associated with that, but it's still the right thing. And you're not going to get in trouble. You're not going to like have to worry about it being taken from you or lost, or like you never getting it when you were promised it. So it's kind of like two ways you could go with that. And that's probably why the Cancer card was there too, because those two sphinxes at the bottom with the chariot. You can go that way or that way. You have to choose one. You have to do what's best for your highest good. So maybe just try to choose the way that doesn't seem like as enticing, but it seems like it has more stability. Like you know for sure that it will happen because it's something that you can depend on. Instead of just like somebody promising that they'll get you $1 million or something, you know? It's better to like work for the money so that you know you're going to get it. So there is something that's coming out too, and it has something to do with this King of Cups. This came out twice. So the sun is here and it's open and you can see everything for what it is. No, nothing's hidden. You're having a lot of realizations. You're indecisive about what to do. You feel like you don't have much of a voice, and I feel like this King of Cups is a person. Yep, they fucked you over. You just don't know what to say. Look, the sun is out, you're having realizations, you're realizing that when it comes to this King of Cups person, you really don't know what to say. Why? Because they screwed you over when you didn't expect it. And now you're just kind of at a loss for words. You don't even know how to look at it. You don't even know what to think. You don't even know if it really is what you think it is. You don't even know if you really did get fucked over. You're starting to think like, was it me? Did I do this? Did I cause this for myself? Did I deserve this? Did I say something that pissed them off? Like, but that's not right. Like when it comes to the Ten of Swords, it's unexpected betrayal. And it's not just betrayal, it's murder. It's complete annihilation of your soul and your body. Like 10 swords in your back. They're in your back because you didn't see it coming. Like they did it when you were turned around. So you obviously trusted the person. But you're having realizations that really that person was not for your best good, for your highest good, and they really just didn't have anything. They never intended on actually helping you, or they never, like they're all talk, you know, they just played it, the situation to get what they wanted out of it, and they fucked you over. So that's the realization you're having about that King of Cups person, which I hate when the King of Cups comes out and then a negative card comes out, because that tells me the King of Cups is really just an act. Like that person is just acting like they're caring and nurturing and supportive, but really they're not. They're really just fake. And that's what it seems. Again, definitely someone fucked someone over. So that caring ass person in your life that you're like, oh my goodness, like no one has ever been this caring in my life, like just be careful with that, because it seems like that is not really the truth of the situation. This came out twice. King of Cups and Ten of Swords came out twice. So okay, well, we will continue at a later date.